All right, good morning. We're back on the record in the 53rd Circuit Court for the County of Sheboygan. As a reminder, we are providing public access not only in the courtroom, but also online. And up next, we have People v. Noah Marashai. It's five file numbers, 25-7100, 7101, 7102, 7103, and 7104. Counsel, you want to state your appearances, beginning with People?
Anthony Julian on behalf of the people.
Mark Dobiash on behalf of defendant Noah Marashai, who's with me today.
All right, Mr. Marashai, would you please stand and raise your right hand as best you can for me? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you can have a seat. Are you Noah James Marashai?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Marashai, I have a plea agreement in front of me. Is that how you want to proceed today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, a guilty plea hearing is an important event. I want you to listen carefully. If you have a question for me, ask it. I'm happy to answer your question. If you need more time with your attorney, you just let us know. We're happy to give you that time. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Now, I have to advise you of the maximum penalty that you could face for each of the charges that you're pleading to. In 7100, you'll be pleading guilty to counts 2 and 4. Count 2 is fleeing and eluding from the police in the 3rd degree. It's a felony punishable by a maximum of 5 years and or $1,000, and the Secretary of State will suspend your license for a year. Count 4 is unlawful driving away a vehicle. It's a 5-year felony. Secretary of State to suspend your license. In file 7101, you're pleading guilty to count 2 and count 4. Count 2 is home invasion in the 2nd degree. That's a felony, punishable by a maximum of 15 years and or a $3,000 fine. Count 4, larceny over $1,000. It's a felony punishable by 5 years and or a $10,000 fine or 3 times the value. File 7102. You plead guilty to count 1. That is a financial transaction device, illegal sale or use. It's a felony punishable by 4 years and or a $5,000 fine. Count 7103. You'll be pleading guilty to count 2, which is breaking and entering a building with intent. That's a felony punishable by up to 10 years in prison. And in file 7104, you're pleading guilty to count 2, unlawful driving away a motor vehicle. It's a felony punishable by 5 years and your license will be suspended. Do you understand the maximum penalty you would face?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Are you on probation or parole? Were you on bond in any of these cases at the time that they were committed?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. This was sort of a spree, Mr. Juliet, that then was an arrest?
Yes.
Okay. So you're unaware of any consecutive sentencing requirements or discretion?
Correct.
Okay. All right, Mr. Marashai, if you plead guilty, you will not have a trial of any kind, and you'll give up the rights that you would have to a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
I want to remind you of the more important of those rights. You'd have the right to be tried by a jury and at that trial to be presumed innocent unless and until the prosecutor proved your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
At that trial, you'd have the right to have the witnesses against you appear and you'd have the right to question them. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
At that trial, you'd have the right to present witnesses in your own defense and have me order those folks to show up. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And at that trial, you'd have the right either to testify in your own defense or to remain silent and not have your silence used against you in any way at all. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions for me or Mr. Dobiash about any of those rights?
No, Your Honor, I do not.
Do you wish to give up those rights and enter this guilty plea today?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
If I accept that plea, you also give up any claim that the plea was caused by any threats to you or by any promises beyond what's put on the record today. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Also, when you plead guilty, you give up the right to appeal. And if you wanted to appeal later to a higher court, you have to seek permission to appeal, and they don't have to take your appeal. If they do take your appeal, the types of issues that you can raise are very limited, much more limited than if you were convicted after a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
The plea agreement provides in exchange for your guilty plea to the charges that I outlined. The prosecutor will dismiss the balance of the charges Restitution will be in an amount to be determined later. And there's a sentence agreement for a county cap, meaning that at the sentencing, I could put you on probation, and if you violate probation, you could go to prison, but the initial sentence would not be prison, be local jail, no more than a year in the county jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Mr. Dobiash said a full, fair, and accurate statement in the terms of the agreement?
It is, if I can add to that,
Yes.
I explained to Mr. Marishi, and we talked about it, the judge does not necessarily have to follow the prosecutor's recommendation. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Juliet, is that full, fair, and accurate statement in the terms of the agreement?
It is.
So, Mr. Marishi, what your attorney's getting at is, I'm not part of this agreement for the county cap, so I don't have to follow it. I don't know much about you other than that you committed a whole string of crimes. At the sentencing, I'll know more about you. Some of that is through you and your attorney telling me what you want. Other is through a pre-sentence report where there's a investigation into your life and circumstances, so I can know what's going on with you. If I decide, gee, Mr. Marishi needs to go to prison, I don't have to follow this agreement. But if I don't follow this agreement, you would be given the opportunity to withdraw your plea if you want, because you wouldn't be getting what you bargained for. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
There is a very important exception to that rule. If you engage in any misconduct between now and then, between now and the sentencing, say violating court orders, misconducts in the jail, crimes in the jail, if by your own misconduct, then you would lose the right to withdraw the plea, even if I don't follow the agreement. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
I want to impress upon your mind for the following reason, and your attorney may not know about this. I just want to let you know, I was advised that you had some rules violations in the jail that would violate court orders about contact with a co-defendant. I'm not going to do anything about that today. I'm going to let that be a jail violation issue. But starting from the moment you enter this plea, you pull more of that crap, then guess what? I can send you to prison and you don't get to withdraw your plea. So you want to take very seriously following the rules back there. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor, I do understand.
Other than the terms of the plea agreement, has anybody promised you anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Has anybody threatened you to make you plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Is doing so your own free choice?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so in file 7100. How do you wish to plead to the charge in count 2, fleeing, eluding in the 3rd degree?
Guilty.
How do you wish to plead to the charge of unlawful driving in a motor vehicle?
Guilty.
So back on October 19th of last year, were you in Sheboygan County?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you, were you driving a 2017 Chevy Suburban?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did that Suburban belong to you?
No, Your Honor, I did not.
Did you take that with the owner's permission?
No, Your Honor.
And did you take that vehicle in Sheboygan County?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and you knew you were driving somebody's car that didn't belong to you without permission?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
And while you were driving that car, did you have some, did the police come in contact with you? Just a patrol vehicle?
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and did you see that there was a marked patrol vehicle behind you?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Did they turn on their emergency lights to indicate they wanted you to stop?
Yes, Your Honor, I
So
did.
you knew that they were directing you to stop your vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you stop that vehicle?
No, Your Honor.
And was the area where you failed to stop from to the police, was the speed limit 35 miles an hour or less? Do you remember where it was?
I believe so, Your Honor.
Okay. You satisfied with the factual basis in that file, Mr. W?
I am, Your Honor.
Mr. Juliet?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Marishi, in file 7101, you'll be pleading guilty to counts 2 and 4. Count 2 is home invasion in the 2nd degree. How do you wish to plead to that charge?
Guilty, Your Honor.
How do you wish to plead to the charge of count 4, larceny over $1,000?
Guilty.
So this is back on July 16th of last year, 2025. Were you in Sheboygan County?
Yes, Your Honor, I was.
And did you enter a home on Town Line Road in Sheboygan County?
Yes, Your Honor.
Was that your home?
No, Your Honor.
Did you know whose home it was?
No, Your Honor.
Did you have permission to enter that home?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, and while you were inside the home, did you commit a larceny? Did you steal something?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is it that you stole?
Tools.
Okay, and those were power tools?
Yes, Your Honor.
And those belong to somebody else?
Yes, Your Honor.
And based on the number of the tools that you took, do you agree that the value of those would have been somewhere north of $1,000?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Dobias, you satisfied with that factual case?
I am, Your Honor.
Mr. Juliet?
And as well.
Mr. Marshai, file 7102, you'll be pleading guilty in count, how do you wish to plead in count 1 to illegal sale or use of a financial transaction device?
Guilty, Your Honor.
So back on October 14th of last year, were you again in Sheboygan County?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you use a financial transaction device like a credit or debit card?
Yes, Your Honor.
What was it?
I had a cash app on my phone and I got a credit card from in somebody's vehicle and put it on my cash app.
Okay, so you knew that credit card or debit card belonged to somebody else,
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
and you obtained and held and used that card without the owner's permission?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did that occur in Sheboygan County?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Mr. Dobias, you satisfied with that factual case?
I am, Your Honor.
Mr. Juliet?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Marishai, in file 7103, how do you wish to plead the charge in count 2, breaking and entering a building with intent?
Guilty.
So, Mr. Marishai, back on May 17th of last year, were you in Sheboygan County on that date?
Yes, Your Honor, I was.
Did you enter into a building on State Street?
Yes, Your Honor.
And was that a dwelling as well?
Uh,
Was that somebody's home, do you know?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you have permission to enter that?
No, Your-
Okay. And did you know that building belonged to somebody else?
not at the time, I did not.
You didn't think it was yours?
No, Your Honor, I knew it was not mine.
Okay. And when you went inside, did you have the intent to steal something inside that building?
No, Your Honor,
For what purpose were you going in the building?
just to get out of the rain.
Okay, did you do anything while you were in the building?
Yes, Your Honor,
What did you do?
stole a PlayStation.
Okay. All right. Mr. Dobias, that would establish the factual elements for the greater offense in count 2. Not as charged, but it would establish a home invasion in the second degree for committing a larceny while inside. So I'd accept that as a factual basis to the lesser breaking and entering, which does have the specific intent requirement, even though that intent was not established on the record, the completed larceny was. Do you concur,
I would agree.
Mr. Juliet?
I do as well.
Mr. Mershay, in file 7104, how do you wish to plead to the charge in count 2, unlawful driving away a motor vehicle?
Guilty, Your Honor.
So this, Mr. Mershay, is back on May 18th of 2025. Were you in Sheboygan County again?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you drive a 2018 Chevy Equinox?
Yes, Your Honor.
Was that your car?
No, Your Honor, it was not.
Did you know that it belonged to somebody else?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you have the permission of the owner to take it?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so you knew you were driving away somebody's car without their permission,
Yes, Your Honor.
and that occurred in Sheboygan County?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Dobias, you satisfied with the factual basis?
I am.
Mr. Juliet?
I am.
Mr. Dobias, you aware of any other promises, threats, or inducements for this plea?
There are none. The complete plea agreements contained in the agreement.
Mr. Juliet?
There are none.
And Mr. Dobias, in your judgment, has the court fully complied with the requirements of MCR 6.302 for plea taking?
It has, and then some.
Mr. Juliet?
Yes, Counsel.
All right, Mr. Marish, I've asked you a lot of questions, given you a lot of information. We've gone through a lot of files. So I just want to confirm that this is what your choice. How do you wish to plead to all these charges you've articulated here today? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Marish, I find that your pleas are knowingly, voluntarily, and understandingly made, and that there is a sufficient basis in fact and law to believe that you're guilty of those offenses. So I hereby accept your plea. we could schedule sentencing, Mr. Tobias, for, we could do the morning of March 10th, 4 weeks out. You available that date? Or we could do the 17th.
17th, I'm in trial in federal court, so,
Okay, well, let's try the 10th because then my
Yeah.
next date wouldn't be until late April.
yeah, we
So
can,
let's try March 10th at 10:40 in the morning. Would that work?
be here. I'll double check my schedule. I think I'm good on that date.
Okay. All right, Mr. Marichai, you'll have to cooperate with a pre-sentence report for an interview. Someone from the DOC will be back to talk with you in the jail to interview you. You have to cooperate with that. I guess what I'll tell you is, I told you, I don't know anything about you other than you committed all these crimes last spring, summer, fall. That's pretty bad, serious crimes. But I'll say initially, you've, the way that you've admitted what you've done today is a good step in the right direction. Sometimes when people even enter their plea, they're hesitant to be honest with me about what their involvement was. And that usually doesn't speak well for their success on any possible probation. So I'm hopeful that maybe you've kind of awakened to the fact that the way you were behaving is completely improper. So I'm just letting you know that's a promising sign today how you've behaved yourself with entering that plea. All right, anything further from the defense?
Yeah, just a question on the pre-sentence interview. I typically would like to be present. Is that part of the
That is
court?
totally allowed, yep. So if you want to, before you leave, if you want to check in and make sure that the probation department knows that,
Okay,
that they should be reaching out to you so that they can coordinate that with you.
that'll work.
Okay, we'll see you in a month.
All right, we'll see you, Noah. Yep. Okay, see you guys later. Yes.
All right.